Now, lots of new information and evidence is now being found in YNW Melly's court case, and things are not looking too good. A lot of things are now looking very concerning for YNW Melly, and due to all of this new court documents that I'll be sharing in today's video, this could actually be enough to now sentence YNW Melly to life in prison. Make sure you guys watch this video all the way until the end, as this is information that you do need to know. And if you would like to join the channel's giveaway on any item you see on screen, just leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and for fun, try to look out for the special keyword somewhere placed throughout today's video. Now, I have been reporting for the last few YNW Melly videos that there was an alleged video of YNW Melly basically admitting to being the person who did the act towards his two best friends, YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser, and well, it's now been confirmed, and there's so much new information now with these new court documents. So jumping into this first official document photo, you can see where it says this, and I quote, "Then also we have a video of Mr. Demons admitting to doing an act towards two individuals in the head." Now I had to change a couple of those words in that statement, but you probably understand of what I am trying to get at here. And just for context, Mr. Demons is actually YNW Melly, that is his last name. So in this next document, it states this, and I quote, "This video was on Mr. Demon's cell phone, which was brought to my office by Jameson Francis." And that's how we had that. And that was all of the evidence that Your Honor has. Now this is where it starts to get pretty interesting. First off, as I said, Mr. Demons in these documents is YNW Melly, and Jameson Francis, the man in this document as well, is actually YNW Melly's manager, known as 100K Management. I believe I said his real name correct, but sorry if I was wrong. But 100K is also a manager for King Von, YNW Melly, and many others in the rap industry, and he is very trusted and well respected. Turns out he was actually the person holding on to YNW Melly's phone while this court case has been going on for the last couple of years. Well, law enforcement then put out a warrant for this cell phone, which means he did have to end up turning the cell phone in. So this is where it starts to get a little bit concerning, as there has now been mentions of a thing so-called the data extract, where basically the law enforcement has a tool where they can pull everything that was ever on a cell phone. Yes, you heard me right. This means deleted text messages, deleted photos, and even Snapchats can be brought back with this law enforcement tool. So everyone who thinks that when you send a Snapchat that it's disappeared forever, turns out that's actually not the case, and I didn't even know that. So with the law enforcement having all of this new evidence that was on YNW Melly's phone, it's honestly pretty concerning. But jumping into this next court document that states that the cell phone evidence is probably the biggest part of this entire court case, which I do definitely have to agree with. So now, with this video being found of YNW Melly admitting to doing this act towards YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser, this is where it starts to get a bit concerning. As well as with this other court document where it states this, and I quote, "These particular cell phones, which were both iPhone 10s, were on the T-Mobile network. And so T-Mobile has a very interesting feature where it will tell you the environment that the cell phone was in. So from these cell phone records, I can tell you the exact moment that Demons got out of the car and staged the drive-by location." Now, this is absolutely breaking in this court case. This is absolutely huge. I didn't even know that cell phone providers can literally go back in time and see where a cell phone was located and can tell where if it was inside of a car or outside of a car or anything like that. The law enforcement just got so much new information with having YNW Melly's cell phone. They'll be able to take advantage of this as they can literally follow where YNW Melly went before and after this incident happened. And if you do remember from my previous videos, it took YNW Melly 40 minutes to get help for YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser when this quote-unquote drive-by actually happened. So, law enforcement will now be able to go back in time, see where YNW Melly's cell phone went as soon as this incident went down, and track what he was actually doing for that 40 minutes. And this is absolutely breaking now in this case. So make sure you continue watching, as I'm now about to share some even more evidence in this YNW Melly court case. Now, there were some more photos that were released as well about the entire YNW Melly court case. Now, we can see from these photos of YNW Melly's car and how it ended up after this entire incident ended up going down. So in this first photo, you can actually see where everybody was sitting on the day it all happened. Remember, according to YNW Melly, this was a supposed drive-by that happened. So being able to see where everybody was sitting is actually a really important thing. Now, if you guys remember, it was YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser who were affected by this entire situation. So just remember where they were sitting in that first photo. Now, YNW Portland and YNW Melly ended up coming out of this perfectly fine. Not one scratch on them. So getting into these next photos, you can see the side of the car door, you can see when it went through the seats and how it went through the car seats. You can see everything, and you can kind of paint a picture now in your head on how did Portland and Melly even get out of this without a scratch. That is one of the most concerning things to me, which I really would love to figure out. And I'm hoping, maybe one of you guys watching today can leave a nice detailed comment about your thoughts and theories about this YNW Melly situation. Now, obviously, it looks like something very, very serious happened here. But the one thing that the law enforcement is still just very unsure of to this day is that allegedly when this incident went down, YNW Melly and Portland took around 40 minutes to get their friends help, allegedly. Now, I do want to state, and I can't do it enough, allegedly, as this is an ongoing court case, so nothing is set in stone yet. Apparently, the law enforcement, they want to know what took YNW Melly so long to get help for his friends in this car during this incident. Why did it take 40 minutes? And well, it turns out that this is going to be getting answered now with that cell phone information that I added earlier in this video. We're going to be able to see where YNW Melly went when this incident went down with that little cell phone tracker that T-Mobile has. And once that information is released, I'll be sure to create an entire new video discussing all of the new information, so make sure you guys just subscribe to the channel if you are new. But anyways guys, this has been District Trending, and I'm out. Peace.